did it. You guys, it took weeks and weeks, but I freaking did it! I built all of Silent Hill in Animal Crossing. I mean, you know, most of what you could fit in there. Like Toluca Lake, it's more like Toluca River now, but you know, you get the point. And just look at that map. I could just look at it all day. Actually, I've been looking at it for weeks now. I could actually use a break. I'm burnt out with this game, but oh, I have no regrets. Actually, I do kind of regret it a little bit because I had this chance to make this like awesome little island paradise, and instead I made the most terrifying place in the world. And I wasn't even going to do this. I actually had a different idea for a different island that I was gonna make a totally different video about, but that kind of proved to be next to impossible, you know? So I just went with my favorite game ever. So I'm gonna show you guys around, give you the little island tour. Just know that this is a work in progress. There's a few, let's call them vacant lots and little spots that I haven't decided what to do with or just haven't decorated at all. And normally I wouldn't want to show you an unfinished project, but this thing won't truly be finished until later this year, sometime after Halloween, when we inevitably get some big Halloween update event and they'll give us a bunch of spooky items and recipes and stuff. You know, spooky fence, spooky chair. I think I got this island to a point where I don't want to wait anymore. I just want to show you guys. All right, so here we go. Oh yeah, and I got a customizable phone kit and I made it look like the radio. I'm gonna customize some clothes also to make them look like what do you call it, Harry's and James and Heather's, and maybe Henry's also. And by the way, this is only stuff from the first 4 Silent Hill games because those are the only Silent Hill games. Okay. All right, so we're starting off at the little thing over here. I made it into the observatory where you start off in Silent Hill 2. This seems very out of place, but you all know that there was like some kind of little bathroom and there was the sink where James washed his face and then did that weird thing in front of the mirror. And then, you know, you got over here, you had the freeway which was blocked off and it would normally lead into town, but we're gonna take the other route, the games route. It funnels you down into a dirt road which I kind of just fashioned out of the beach over here. And then on the left would be the forest. And then eventually you'd go up to, you'd find a well. And then after the well, it's the cemetery where you meet Angela. And I made these way before finding out that there were like actual grave-looking graves. So once I get the recipe for that, I'm gonna have to change all of these. Well, most of them, I might leave a couple. And over here we got the dirt road that leads into town. And this is accurate fencing, by the way. And then there would be a building over here, but you know, well, what are you gonna do? And it crosses into this street right here. This is where James enters town. There was a flower shop here. So I just put a stall with a bunch of flowers and crap. And normally what would happen now is you'd make a right, I think, and then you just go up, and then you'd make another right into the alley where you'd find the first monster and then the radio also on the barrel. And, you know, so you got that. There was like a bunch of trash and barrels and stuff in this little area. And then over here, these two, there would be like more of a street going up here, but it's too small. So I just put, both of these blocks were residential neighborhoods, so I just put one house to represent that. And it was also right here, the street where you'd find that one stone that was kind of scribbled out. You couldn't read, it wasn't very legible. This block is one of the vacant lots I was talking about. And I kind of even put a stupid temporary thing. What the hell's with the porta potty? I don't even know. Over here, there was I think there was like a Mexican restaurant and the trailer. So I don't really know what to put here yet, haven't decided. And then down here, there was just nothing. And then over here on this block, obviously I couldn't fit everything that was on a block in something, so I just took like one main landmark. And for this one, I chose Neely's Bar, where you had some snack machines with some writing scribbled on it. And over there, there was a hole over there, but it's gone! All right, and down here we have the Silent Hill Airport, which didn't exist in the game, but you know. Now over here, hey guy. Oh yeah, we got the halo of the sun for my flag. I actually made this myself before finding out that someone else made a way better looking one than this, so I'm gonna find that and change it. I wanna get rid of this neighbor. Over here you had a pet store. For now I just put a freaking goldfish there. This is Cat Street right here, right? Now I imagine, because you can't do anything about the plaza, so I imagine Cat Street just cuts through right over here and ends up here, which would make the resident services building the apartments, which is perfect because inside you will of course find Pyramid Head. Right? You evil f. Also, because, you know, resident services. What would happen after the apartments is you'd exit out the back and you'd walk past a brick wall right here where this is where you met Laura. I almost said Laura, like Lara Croft. And then you'd kind of cut through and end up in Rosewater Park, where you'd meet Maria. And this place actually turned out pretty nice, you know? Kind of small, but I guess I got the feel of it. Then you got this street right over Mia, but over here, this appeared in Silent Hill 2, of course. Like in Silent Hill 3, after the first half of the game, you appear in about from this street down to all the way over there. And this is Jack's Inn, where I just kind of recreated the motel room that Heather stayed with Douglas in. And over here I'm gonna put a chair once I find the right chair. I wanted like an armchair. And then there was a table near the door with a TV on it, but I have not gotten to the TV items yet. There's a few items I haven't gotten yet that I'm gonna need for the place, and I don't have them right now, so I'll let you know what they are. TV is one of them, and I need a TV in the other place too. Over here, we have the gas station. Right? Just a dang old gas station. But over here, my friends, is Pete's Bowlerama, where, you know, you could go bowling if you wanted to. Or, if bowling's not your thing, you could just
sit there and eat pizza.
Now, way past Pete's Bowlerama, you would find yourself in Brookhaven Hospital, which is technically an insane asylum, but there is free medicine. That's right, I got universal healthcare on my island, no big deal. I mean, you know, this is Silent Hill, but, you know, what am I, a fucking monster? You know, what am I? Oh, and I know it is ridiculously small, especially when you consider that this is Heaven's Night, which, again, is slightly underdecorated.
I don't understand. Where is the rest of the town?
Oh, it's coming, son. It's coming. Be Burger King, shopping malls, 31 flavors. It's all gonna be here.
And I gotta find some, like, leopard print flooring. There's some really weird, rustic, but slightly leopard print flooring in Heaven's Night. You kind of have to look at it to get what I'm saying. I'm gonna have to kind of design it. It's gonna take a while, so for now, that's just fucking grass. And then, all the way down the road, we come to the museum. And I put it exactly where the Silent Hill Historical Society is, which is perfect. Everything kind of lined up, I'm not even joking. And also, like the Silent Hill Historical Society, the museum also has a staircase that leads you down into a dark room filled with things that are dead. Yeah, I know, it's crazy. Okay, so over here, built a bridge to go over the river, and then we just have little PCH going up here, and I gotta build more inclines for this part. Otherwise it would just go around, but I wanna show you something else. Those inclines and bridges are expensive, man. That adds up. So what I was trying to show you is behind the Historical Society would have been the boat launch, where, you know, you exit out the back and you get a rowboat, and then you'd take it all the way to the hotel. And somewhere in the lake was an island with a tree where James would try to resurrect Mary. I think it was like the bad plus ending or something like that. And this is that island, so there you go. That's all I wanted to show him, you stupid. Oh, now you move. All right, now from the boat launch, you would end up in the Lakeside Hotel. Final area of Silent Hill 2. I have not gotten a piano item, which I plan to put right over Mia, and a TV on the table. I also put the campsite where the hotel is because the campsite basically functions as a hotel for the island. You know, villagers come and stay for a day, see if they want to move in or just leave. And I really love that. And that was a last minute thing that kind of hit me because I was just planning to throw the campsite in somewhere in the amusement park, which wouldn't have made sense and there wouldn't have been enough room. And that just brings me to my next point, Lakeside Amusement Park. Easily my favorite place so far. Check out the floors. Those are otherworld, weird, rusty, bloody fence floors and some weird grating. I put this in the amusement park because it only appears in 1 and 3, and it only ever appears in its otherworld phase. You never see it in the real world phase. And also because it's like a theme park, I thought it was, appropriate to give it to like, this is the front area. There was like more benches and stuff. I gotta get more public benches from the Nook Miles and stuff. Some stuff I gotta put in the front area. Over here, we got the little area with the shops and little candy stalls and everything. Over here is where the roller coaster went, and I'm gonna put some haunted house stuff to represent the haunted house sometime. There was also the stage, and then this throwback rocket is a throwback to the little rocket ride. And of course we got the teacups, and of course, a little makeshift merry-go-round. Also, why can't you ride these? What the hell? Okay, now here's the thing about this road right here. You have the residential area where you'll notice you have Bachman Road right over here. And then the map of the business district fits right on the other side. And here you have the map from the resort area, which is led into by Bachman Road. But if you line the streets up, it doesn't make any sense. I don't know if this was a mistake by the developers, so I just went with that. Now we're getting into Silent Hill 1 territory. So I'm gonna start where that game started off. So Harry would crash his car somewhere on this road over here and wake up and Cheryl was missing. He'd go down this street and find himself in this block. And over here I just made a little reference to the Nightmare Alley. The wheelchair, the otherworld flooring, the barbed wire, you get it. And then when he passed out, he would wake up over here. Right over here. At the Cafe 502, where he'd meet Sybil. And this is probably the best recreation of this place so far. I got everything here. The pinball machine, the couches, the little table with the radio on it is great. The whole town is gonna end up looking as good as that cafe once I get everything. And basically this entire area of Silent Hill was the residential area, so this is where most of my village houses are. Also, I like how the streets kind of just end, because in Silent Hill, streets kind of just end. Where the elementary school was, I put Nook's Cranny, and I wanted an actual landmark for where the elementary school is, so I put the store here, and I also put it because, like, Timmy and Tommy are kind of like the little kid versions of Tom Nook, so I just stuck it in here, but I'll have something to say about that in a little bit. So we got the residential stuff, blah blah blah, and then you'd cross the bridge, and then you'd end up in the business district, which is kind of the emptiest place so far.
It's all gonna be here.
Over here we got Alchemia Hospital, which I made cover up the whole block. Technically it only covers up to here and then obviously goes deeper in. This other half of the block is already a pharmacy, so I just made the whole thing the hospital. We have the Able Sisters, and now here's the thing. I imagine they're gonna update the game and put another store in. I feel like that's gonna happen. I've even heard some rumors about that. So when that store comes, I'm gonna put it here, but if it never does come, then I'm gonna move Nook's Cranny over here and then build some kind of classroom where the school is. Because I do have a lot of school stuff that I don't really know what to do with, like desks and chairs and posters and shit. And then behind here I'll build some kind of park eventually. Over here is Dahlia's Antique Shop, which just sold a bunch of weird lamps and tables. But if you move this here wardrobe, you gain access to the altar room, which doesn't have an altar yet. Now from here, you'd end up going back to the sewers and traveling through and ending up here. This is the beginning of the resort area. Over here you have South Park, because yes, there is a South Park in Silent Hill. And what you'd normally do first is go down, and first you'd hit Annie's Bar, which should have a pool table right here, but I put that in the meantime because I don't have a damn pool table. Are there even pool tables, billiards in this game? Is there an item for that? And over here's a couple references to Norman's Motel. Try to fit more in some other time. And over here we have the Indian Runner, which has the safe where you found the drugs. Is there a drug item in Animal Crossing? I'm not so familiar with this game. Then you'd end up crossing this bridge. You'd have the two east and west garages over here and a little public area in the back. And then the lighthouse where you fought Alessa. I got one more thing I want to show you. Now, here is where I put my house. Let me show you on the map. I put my house where I imagine Alessa's house would be. Some theories put it in the business district, but those theories are usually rooted in the Origins game, which, like I said, non-canonical! The opening shot of the first game showed Alessa's house like in the outskirts of town. So I basically did that right here. These are basically the outskirts of my town, which kind of worked out because I wanted a nice big area for my house. Now, I'd love to invite you guys into my house, but it's complete shit. Everything is in a storage. I had a few things out just to get a few of the furniture nook miles. Cause seriously, I haven't done anything with this game except for the first 2 weeks was just plowing through it to unlock the terraforming and get to the end of the game. And then for like 3 weeks after that, it's been nothing but just grueling hours of terraforming. So there's really nothing to show you inside yet. I haven't done any of the house stuff in this game, which to some people is like the main thing. But I do have plans for it. I do want some rooms just for myself, but I also have ideas for some Silent Hill themed rooms. But I won't tell you what those are right now. I'll just show you in the next video. Sometime after Halloween is when Silent Hill New Horizons will be complete. You guys, I hope you enjoyed touring my island as much as I enjoyed making it. If you did, hit that like button, leave a comment, do all that good, fun YouTube stuff. Helps me out a lot. And also subscribe to the channel to see the completed island coming later this year, after Halloween.